Yes, we can hear you. Okay, Emmanuel, can please go ahead.
Thank you. I almost interrupted my CMP, but I come from CMP Showcase Club and I'm here for fellowship.
You're welcome, Emmanuel. Any more introductions? Okay, can we please introduce ourselves in the chat? As we go on to Rotary information, I'll start with information from the Rotary Club of Bunga. This Saturday, 21st, the club will be officially chartered. So it's our very first charter celebration. And the installation of the president and the charter of all the members of the club. So we've been passing a flyer out that has the details for the Zoom link. So we ask all our friends from other clubs to please join us. We shall have a few people physical, but we shall also have a link running online. So please join us as our club is officially chartered on Saturday. Do we have any other Rotary information from anyone else?
Yes, President. Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. CMP Priscilla. CMP Priscilla, we can't hear you. CMP Priscilla, seems we can't hear you. Am I the only one who can't hear? Okay, so CMP Priscilla from the Rotaract Club of Clark International will be installed as the charter president on Friday. I believe I've shared the flyer in our group, but yeah, she's also being installed on Friday, on 20th. Any more Rotary information? Any more Rotary information?
Yes, President, am I clear?
Yes, President Shoki, you're clear. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity I've given me. On Sunday next week, the Rotaract Club of Kavaragara and the Rotaract Club of Tank Hill City, we are having a joy. Welcome you all to join, and it is tomorrow, the installation of the second happiest president in Rotary this year. Remember, I'm the happiest president. So Priscilla is the second happiest president. It is Zoom, and I really call you guys to attend as I'm the MC. Remember, Shoki is the MC. Guys, attend and we have fun. And as we cheer for the happiness. Thank you, Madam President.
Okay, thank you. Okay, is the Rotary information done? I believe I skipped makeup and apologies. So yes, please.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, President. I was able to join Rotaract's Club of Pomba Stewards for their fellowship yesterday.
Thank you, Jen P. Yes, Rotarian Emmanuel.
Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Hello. Can you hear me?
yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. I would like to apologize for joining in late. But otherwise, President, I would like to inform the members that we have Rotary Cancer Run coming on the 29th of August, which is next Sunday. As you well know, that cancer is a disease that is causing a lot of havoc all over the world. And as the Rotary family fraternity, we are here to give a helping hand in trying to reduce the damage that cancer causes. So this year, the Rotary Cancer Run aims at a target of about 100,000 people who will join in and buy the vests. Yes. So if you have 100,000 people buying vests of 25,000 each, you can imagine how much money we are going to raise. So we call upon all of you to buy this vest. You call your friends, invite your family, let them all participate in this noble cause, because cancer has affected many of us, and sooner or later it will affect one of us. So it is a humble appeal that we all participate in the Rotary Cancer Run. Thank you. Thank you, President.
Thank you. Thank you, Rotarian Emmanuel. Please let us buy the kit. The time is done. We need to support this cause. Let us please buy the kit. So today, the Fenebade group organized, and we have a guest. And at this point, if there is no more Rotary information, I still see a hand up. Share. Okay, I think he forgot his hand up. I'm going to invite Haman Nyanzi to introduce the guest speaker for us today, so that we can start. Haman, you're welcome.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Haman
Good
is my
evening.
name, from Rotaract Club of Bunga. Our guest speaker today is Coach Barnabas Sebuyongo, who is a resident of Reza Estates at Entebbe Road. He attended Old Boy of St. Anthony, Kajansi, for his primary. Then Leeds United FC Soccer Academy in United Kingdom. Then he went at Bishop Sisto Mazold Secondary School for his O&A level. He holds a diploma in mass communication from UMUCAT. He has a bachelor's in public administration and management that he got from St. Lawrence University. He holds a certificate in sports community public health at Lindsberg in Germany. He also attended several trainings in governance and technical management with a Dance Sport Federation, WDSFC, and African Union Sports Council in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. He also attended several levels of football coaching and management courses, both at FUFA, CAF, and UEFA level. We also have certificates in sports management, advanced sports marketing management, and in IOC Young Leaders. He has several responsibilities. He is member, Board of Governors at Bishop Sisto Mazord Secondary School. He is a former PTA Vice Chair at Bishop Sisto Mazord Secondary School. He is a former CEO, Kampala Junior Football Association. Position, he served for 6 years. He is an ex-com member, Foot Association of Uganda, up to date. Then he served as a sports presenter at BBS Telefina, Live TV, and Joy FM. He worked with African Bible University in Sports/Communications Department. He's a director, Dreamline Sports Investment Limited. He's a director, Hip Hop International Uganda, and co-director, Todos Dance Sport Company, Uganda, with head partner company in Boston, USA. Then he's a Rotaract. He served as a charter president, Interact Club Bishop Sisto Mazordi Secondary School. He's a founder member, Rotaract St. Lawrence University. He's a former Rotaractor at Rotaract Club of Mengo. He was a charter president, Rotaract Club of Rubowa, and currently Rotarian of Rotary Club of Mengo, and director, youth service, in charge of 18 school Interact clubs and 3 Rotaract clubs by Rotary Club of Mengo. Coach Barnabas Sebuyungo, you're welcome, and you can't wait to hear from you as Rotaract Club of Bunga.
Thank you very much. The person introduced me, and I'm happy with great honor and pleasure to be part of this meeting. I'd like to recognize the friends on the call and all of you who have managed to attend this fellowship. I recognize my fellow club members from the Rotary Club of Mengo. I see Rotarian Ronald Bigade Msoke. I see Rotarian Peter Jemba Kagwa. I see Rotarian Nakandi Penina, and she also serves in the same directorate for youth services in my club. I also recognize my good friend, Rotarian Vivek Kanande from Angrabad, Elite in India. He's a Rotarian, a good friend to the Rotary Club of Mengo. I also like to recognize other people who were invited outside or not in the Rotary fraternity, but whenever they see at the talk where I'm going to present, they try to follow. So I recognize Okali Patrick. I see you on the video, but I would like to request that you remove the video. Okali Patrick is my chairman for the Teso region. So he's now in Katakwi district, but he's following what we're going to present. And other friends, I've seen Madam Penina Kabenge. This is the sports tutor and the head of the sports department at Makele University. And on top of that, she's the secretary for Africa University Sports and the vice president for the International University Sports. And she's the only lady on that board and African. So I know when we talk about sports in Makele University, you people, you understand what is happening from there. So, and the rest of friends on the call, I appreciate the invitation from Rotarian Emma Sabiti to come and speak to you. And I would like to congratulate you upon your charter. Now you will charter the club, we know, and the life we have moved, we are going to be in the fraternity that we are going to serve together. My name is Rotarian Barnabas once again. They have introduced me as the CV is clear. So I think I'll not repeat that side. Sometimes I repeat to correct some mistakes, but thank the person who introduced me. He has articulated everything which is clear, and I want to confirm that is all about me, and it's me who is speaking right now here. I would like to request the host to give me rights to share the screen. I've seen in the inbox, saying yes, I can be able to share. So the topic I'm going to talk about today, I think it's new to most of you. It's a new word when we talk about dance as a sport. People are really asking, is this true? What they are talking about, how can this happen? Do we have dance sport? So this is something I'm going to speak to you. Somebody is interrupting.
Wanje.
Can I be protected?
Can we please mute? Host, please help in muting those people, please.
Thank you so much. I think we can be able to proceed from here. I will request that I switch off my video because I know sometimes it disturbs on the network, but I just wanted to present you to see the person speaking to you so that you are not talking to a robot. But I understand now it's fine. We can be able to proceed. We're going to talk about dance sport. Do we all know that dance is a sport? Or it is new to you? What is in dance sport? Dance is a sport, and dance sport was started in 1937. But in Africa, it is something new. A dance sport started in 1937 with dances, which we know as ballroom dances, Latin dances, only that. But after 50 years of its existence, the international body failed to adopt other nations to join the fraternity of dance as a sport. So they decided to welcome other new genres. If you are following the breakdance was at around 1980s, and that's when the American youth decided to introduce their own sport, because internationally they recognized dance was only for ballroom and Latin dances. So that's how dance became to be a sport. Now it has so many genres. Worldwide, we have 92 member countries who are having dance as a sport, and the international body that's managed dance as a sport is called the World Dance Sport Federation. The World Dance Sport Federation is in charge of dance sport. If you're following football or any other game, you know there is an international body managing or controls the sport. Like football, they have FIFA, and we in dance sport, we have the World Dance Sport Federation. When you go to African level, we know football, they have CAF, the Competition of Africa Football. Even us, as dance sport, we have the Africa Continental Federation. We call it Confederation of Africa Dance Sport. And our headquarters, they are located in Marseille, the capital city of Lesotho. We are only 6 countries who are having dance as a sport. That is Uganda, South Africa, Uganda, South Africa, Lesotho, Cameroon, Botswana, and our friends of Nigeria. So that's how we are moving. We also had several friends who are in dance as a sport, and they're still applying to become member countries of dance as a sport. So friends, dance sport is here for youth and for us to see how we can support and serve each other, and we can also nurture talents. In Uganda, we are a new federation that was started in 2018. We are just 3 years. But at the African continent, we had we had South Africa, was the first African country to register this as a sport. Dance sport is in Olympics now. The recently completed Olympics that you were watching, come 2024, this dance sport was included in the Olympics of 2024. We are going to be in Paris. And in dance sport, you have several disciplines. We call them the categories or the types of dances we are recognizing in dance as a sport. So we have 9 disciplines, and dance is danced in arena. Arena, we mean a stadium. So we are not a hotel or a bar performing a sport like the other social entertainment we are following. So whenever we are competing, we are in arenas or recreations. That's what qualifies as dance as a sport. So at national level, we have the bodies governing us. We have the National Council of Sports that's managing sports in Uganda. And we know National Council of Sports is under the Ministry of Education and Sports. It's an arm to run and protect and regulate the sports disciplines in Uganda. So we have Uganda Dance Sport Federation, and our members, they are associations, not dance groups. Wherever you are, you can be in Bunga and you find dance groups in Bunga and you form up your association. So we welcome groups of dances or dance crews that are uniting themselves to be members of the federation. We have regional associations and we have the district associations. That is the membership of dance as a sport, or the Uganda Dance Sport Federation. So dance sport categories. We have the Latin dances. If you know Latin dances, there is categories like samba, cha-cha, lumba, paso doble, and jive. So there's also the standard dances, which are quick steps, foxtrot, Venus waltz, tango, and white waltz. I know some of them are here, but we normally see them in videos and we don't pay attention to them. But these are national, these are worldwide dances, which are fronted even on the world competitions. People won't get medals, people earn career out of them. So, for example, these dances I'm talking to you, which are on your screen, they are in World Urban Games, they are in the Commonwealth Games, and they are in the World Games. Even coming soon, they're going to be in the Youth Olympics 2023. So that is the Latin and standard dances. Then we have the urban dances. Urban dances, this will have break dance, and break dance now was added in the Olympics. So we are going to be breaking in Paris 2024. So break dance category, we in this break dance is in the category, in the class of urban dances. So here, this will have hip hop dances. Hip hop is a mixture of dances. For example, most of the dances and with choreography you see here, they happen even in the, if I can give you an example for Ghetto Kids, those Massacre Kids, those are hip hop. Hip hop is a mixture of dances, but you bring up the rhythm. So you have the hip hop battles and the street dance shows. So that is the urban dances. Cultural dances, because this is a sport, even we as a country, we want to see how we adopt them, and we are trying to see how we develop them. And in each region of our country, we are trying to see a dance discipline we can develop at a local level, but at the world level, cultural dances, we have not yet introduced them there. There is artistic dances, folkloric dances. These are not so commonly here in Uganda, but we're trying to practice them, but they're on the international federation and their international championship being hosted there. We do have the performing arts dances, the dances on jazzes. We have the modern and contemporary dance. So contemporary dance is kind of a creative dance, but it also moves with the body. And we also have this discipline here. These are all dances which are people dancing for profession, which are people earning career, they are earning career out of it. However, for us in Africa or in Uganda, we have not yet recognized or realized this, but this is on the international body. People can become international athletes and people can earn area like any other celebrated sportsmen in the world we are celebrating. We have the Caribbean dances, the class of Caribbean dances. This way we have dances which they call salsa. So most of our people here, we find them in some hotels here and bars, they are dancing this dance, salsa, bachata, but this is not Latin, but sometimes, you know, it's all about being introduced to understand, but these are Caribbean dances, which are originated from the side of the Caribbean, and they are most commonly practiced by the people from that side of the Caribbean. So we have even Malenque, they are also participated dances. The disco dances, I also explain about them because I'm trying to do my intro of dance sports so that I come to the main topic of how it can be able to help the youth, and the youth how they're going to benefit of this being included or added in the forthcoming Olympics in Paris 2024. When you're part of dance sport, we have what we call adjudicators. The same way any other sport has referees, they have umpires, for us have adjudicators, and adjudicators are the judges who are judging these sports. So the qualifications, if you're a starter, you can get a license C. That one can allow you to judge competitions from your district level. We have license B that can allow you to judge competitions to the district and regional level, and license A, that's when we know that you can even be qualified to be sent outside the country to judge competitions internationally. So this is the structure. This is a sport which was also added. We know we are a sports federation, and it's a new sport in the country, and it's also going to be in the secondary schools. It's going to be in the universities. You know, there's football, Coca-Cola. Come when a situation normalizes and school sports competition start off, we are going to have this sport among the sports the schools are competed for. We shall also have the city championships, where we shall be attracting the tourists and also having titles for ranking to win. We are going to have also a national league for dance, the same way you see football is moving. We are also going to have a national league from the district level, regional level, at the national level. That is dance sport I wanted to introduce to you. Now I come back to the topic. Dance was added in Olympics. And you, the youth, how can you benefit? What are the opportunities in this and the impact of it? This dance, the sport, which we know that all of us, we can dance, but how can we benefit from this sport being added or being a part for Olympics? I know we all of us, we know Olympics, or if something new about, if it's new at your side, but Olympics has more than 203 member countries who are participating in this competition, which was recently completed in Tokyo, Japan. So all being part of this delegation or being an Olympian, you earn a lot, or you gain a lot. One, there is the benefits of traveling, job careers. I know everybody here, you have a profession or a vacation, you are earning out of it. And this vocation you are earning from can be also featured in sports, and you can also find where you can earn a living. For example, these athletes, to prepare them for these international competitions or international championship, they need some help and human and professional classifications behind them so that they can be able to perform. Here, what am I trying to mean? We need the travel consultants. We need the doctors. In sports, you call them the physiotherapists. You might be there and you might be a medical personnel, and you would like where you can specialize. In Uganda, I have few of them who are doing this. And if you specialize like this, the federation in the medical side, and you come and take up the courses, or you want to learn more about the medical side, you'll be employed within the federation, or you'll be employed to be among the team to prepare our athletes to this. We need the writers. I know some people, you can write concept manuals and whatever, but just know, in our country now, people who are dancing, the challenge you are finding, they're copying. They're doing copy and paste. They get the matter from YouTube, and we just dance. But a football has its technicality. When a coach is going to train, they have cones, there is a warm-up session, and a designed platform, a designed plan. But for dance, can you warm up when you're going to dance? No, because you are dancing for social. But now if we have qualified coaches, qualified authors who can write the clear syllabuses, the technical books about this sport, the sport can benefit. So you can specialize there, my friend, or my fellow youth who's outside there, and you can earn a living from there. This sport is now a recreational sport. In Uganda, you know very well, our dances are more in the bars, in the entertainment centers. Now we need managers, because now this is a sport where it is competed from. There is dimensions needed and demarcations, and we need the standard people. So you might be an engineer there, and we don't, as a country, don't have those people. But if you're an engineer or architecture, and you come in the sports angle, and you nurture yourself there, we can be able to give jobs and consultation from you so that you can help the sports fraternity. On the Entebbe Road where I stay, 2 years back, St. Mary's Chitende, Vipers, home of Vipers Football Club, they constructed a stadium. But if that architecture was a Ugandan, or the engineer who supervised, do we have those people in Uganda? We know these are the challenges we are still having. Even Chivubo Stadium is not yet completed for years and years, because the contracts and the engineers are coming from abroad. But you are an engineer here, trying to search for a job in other engineering companies or architecture and design companies. Yet, if you can specialize in the field of sport, you can benefit from there. And also other sources. We are looking for advocates, lawyers. We are seeing our sportsmen doing contracts. They do agreements. They have companies giving them sponsorships, but they don't have that art of drafting and creating and also managing themselves legally. So if you're in that side and you come in the sports law and you do the sports administration side, you can be able to get a pass to prepare these people to represent the nation in the Olympics game, and also to benefit from the other angle. You might be a dancer right now. For if you're a dancer and you have that passion of dance, just know that the job opportunity is coming for you, or it's coming to you. Because now this is a sport, it's going to be added in, it was added in secondary school sports association. They have to compete up the East Africa level. It was added in the university sports. They have to compete up the international level. The Africa level, they call it FASU, Federation of Africa University Games, and FISU, the Federation of International University Sports. There are games, there are bursaries, there are scholarships, but these institutions are lacking coaches. They don't have judges I've talked about. They're not going to have adjudicators I'm talking about. To the university side, there are courses like sports science, sports administration, the physical education. These are courses where there are some course units where a particular sport needs a tutor or a lecturer to lecture about it. And for them, they're not looking at the PhD or the doctorate for you to enter the room. They're looking at that practical side. So when you tap yourself, the federation, and you take this opportunity, how do you see yourself working in Makerere or in Deje in the lecture room of sports science, and you're going to be a lecturer to give a course unit? For us, the role of a federation, our role as a federation is to make sure that we enroll you or we recommend you for further studies, and you get these international recognition or the qualifications for you to attain and take up these jobs. So think about that youth who are on call. There are so many wide opportunities of this new sport. Just know this is a sport with its advantage. It is exclusive. We have gender balance in our sport, because this is the only sport where you can find people dancing like a couple, especially in Latin dance, whereby a man can dance with a woman, all children can dance together. So it has no age. It has no inclusive in gender. So this is the only sport I think we can enjoy and we can benefit from as a youth, and can be a sport for us all. So youth on call, I think what I would like to tell you for the interest of time, for you to see and tap in for opportunities which are in dance as a sport. And these opportunities, they are available at our federation. The Uganda Dance Sport Federation is a new federation in Uganda. It's a member of National Council of Sports, a member of Uganda Olympic Committee, and a member of the World Dance Sport Federation. So thank you so much, Madam President and youth on the call. The opportunities are very wide. Its impacts it is very big. Ugandans and Africans, we have few countries at the continent who are having this as a sport, and we are going to benefit out of it. For example, the Kiprotich you see who are qualifying, the International Athletic Federation gives slots per continent. IOC looks for continental representation. For example, now at the moment for breaking to be in Paris 2024, every continent was given 10 slots, 10 representatives to represent the continent. However much continent, that means even the member countries send their participants. And at the moment, we have only Uganda and South Africa who have showed their interest, and we have started on the journey of qualifying. So let us expect to have more athletes, more participants of representatives of Uganda in the Paris 2024, and you can be part of this journey. Not because, even though you are not on the floor or on the stage dancing, but your vocation, your qualification can be part of this, and we can make this great. So the moment you learn more and you read more about dance as a sport, you will be able to achieve, to learn and benefit from this. So I'd like to stop from here, and I thank you for your invitation. This is the time to pause for questions, if any.
Thank you so much for the presentation. I wish I was a dancer. I would be coming to you to be registered. But I implore everyone in Rotaract Club of Bunga and everyone on the call to those who are dancers to please reach out to our guest speaker and get more information. At this point, allow me invite, do you have any questions for our speaker? Yes, Mr. Okali Patrick, please unmute, go ahead and ask your question. Let us have all the questions at once so that the speaker can answer all of them at a go. Please go ahead, Mr. Patrick.
Thank you so much, the current speaker. My name is Jakajo. I am actually the chairperson of a regional association in Teso of Dance Sport Federation. The question that I want to ask the speaker is that he has talked of the benefits. They are very clear, he has explained it well. But I want to ask here in relation to sports medicine. Like now I am a dancer and I actually want to do sports medicine as a physiotherapist. Can the federation support me by giving me a scholarship? Thank you. Hello? Hello.
Yes, Patrick noted, but I had the president say that we're taking questions at once. If there's any other question, I want to note it and I respond at once.
Hello?
Yes, do we have any more questions?
Yeah, Madam President, I have. Hello? Hello?
Yes, Peter, please go ahead.
I have, I think, a bit two questions.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Patrick. Peter, go ahead.
I would like to know what strategies the association uses to take this sport. That is one question. Secondly, some of us were also one time, but there was a very popular dance which I have not heard him talk about, not even on the list, and that is country dancing. What does he say about it?
Thank you very much, Rochan Pijek. Any other question? I think I can respond to this.
Do we have any other questions? Yes, please respond to those.
Okay, thank you. Friends, thank you very much for your questions, and I would like to respond to the friends. Thank you very much. Okali Patrick asked that, can we, as a federation, if you have a career that you want to achieve, for example, in the medical sector, the physiotherapist, can the federation give you a scholarship? Of course, the federation can give you a scholarship with our member universities and other universities. For example, when these universities come to the federation and they want us, they included this sport amongst their university competitions, they are lacking people to be part or to take charge in training and providing services to them. So the only advantage or opportunity we can gain from them is to recommend to them our authorities in the community, the national authorities, to go and they give them scholarships so that they can be part of their institutions. So if you're a student, you have your sister there, is having an art of dance and you're a dancer and you are failed to go to the university, my friend, you have a call at the federation, because whenever we are speaking these institutions, as trying to convince them to adopt this sport and promote it, the only reward we need from them is to recruit these people in the community by giving them scholarships to study, to continue for their further studies while they are promoting and they are competing with these institutions. So these universities, then they need athletes to be in their university team. The same way you see in football, universities are giving scholarships, schools are giving bursaries because they're looking for players. So if you are there and you have qualifications to be at the university and you feel this, that you can do this sport while studying for free, be available, we can be able to see how we can support you to that line. Dotarian Peter Jemba Kagwa, you asked about the country dance. A country dance, this is the dance we talk about, the originated dances, because however much I've used the language of Latin and ballroom. But these dances have been here in that country music, slow move and rhythm, but those are the ballroom dances or the Latin dances, the technique that we are using in the sport. But that is the dance we are talking about, but I've just used a different acronym or a different name for that dance. But country dance is in the Latin and the standard in term of sport, because its origin and its genesis is originated in that format, and that dance still exists and we have it, and that's the main some of them they can call it ballroom, country dance, and we call it standard now, Latin, but differentiate it on the steps and the moves that happen in that dance. And that's why I showed you different categories of dances, the cha-cha, lumba, jive, according to the movements and the action points and the technicalities or the performativity and the musicality that are moving in those dance genres. So I think I have been clear for that. We can still come and see how we can, because there are so many dances here. For example, a break dance, people are calling it b-boy, but b-boy is not a type of dance. B-boy is a dancer who is a boy, but the word B is starting with breaking. It is breaking boy, that's why they call it b-boy. A girl is called a breaking girl is called a big girl. So if you say you're dancing b-boy when you were a girl, it can confuse. But the terms and the acronyms are changing, but in terms of sports, those are the names we're talking about. So the country dance we're talking about is the Latin and the standard dance, the technicality or the name that we are using when we are in our sports language. Finally, I would like also to explain that in Uganda, there are some dances which we cannot mention here, but in Uganda, it comes to our history. You know very well that we are tribes that we have several tribes that came together to form the nation Uganda. The word Uganda, U stands for United. The Ganda or Buganda, the Ganda or Biganda in Uganda, it means bandos. So our colonizers, we got that name Uganda in the term that means united. The Ganda is the bandos of tribe, united bandos of tribes that came together to form the nation Uganda. That's why when you're entering the parliament, you will see the symbols of the tribes, all the chiefdoms that formed the nation Uganda. But these colonizers, after colonizing us, they said, how are we going to develop their culture in terms of communication and presenting our talents? That's why opposite the parliament, the National Theatre was constructed there, so that the culture and music and the art and performance can be represented there, so that these tribes that are formed together to form a national assembly, which is the parliament, on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side, they decided to put there the National Theatre, where the arts and performance are there. So if we are to adopt them as a federation, we still have to make sure that we work closely with the chiefdoms and culture, because we know very well that these cultural dances, they have messages. Every region has its own culture. In Buganda, we have the Amagunju, Baksimba, we have Muwogola, all are danced at the different events. When you go to Arua, you'll find their dances. When you go to northern Uganda, our friends of Acholi, you can find Bora dance. When you go to western Uganda, you find the Chitaguro and Kadodi in Mbale and other regions. So since we are in that united bundles of tribes, the nation Uganda, so we respect the chiefdom very well until when we come with one common dance genre or discipline that we can present as a nation. So I think I've been clear there and I've given a right explanation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, our guest speaker today. Do we still have any other questions? Anyone else still has a question? This is your chance. Okay, as I do not see any questions, any hand up, I'm going to ask Director Namrembe Erina to give our guest speaker a vote of thanks. Erina, are you on?
Yes, I'm on. I see that we are so good. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Our guest speaker, we are grateful for the presentation. Most of us were really very off basing on Olympics and basing on sports, but we see that we have a role to play as individuals for us and for our country. And we hope that as Rotaract, we are going to do a better role at that. So thank you.
Thank you, Erina. Can we have Alan to give us the final toast? Alan Motsevi. Hi, how are you? Can you please give us the final toast? Are you there? Are you there? Alan Motsevi, can you hear me?
Madam President, I'm sorry to come in. I would like to recognize there was no roll call of clubs, but there is Dr. Smanti Krusmentha. This is in our member, and she's attending from Sri Lanka. You're welcome.
You're most welcome, Doctor. You're welcome. Okay. Alan, I had done the roll call of clubs in the chat. That's why I did it in the chat because.
Sorry, she's from India. Sorry.
It's from India. Okay. You're welcome, Doctor. Thank you so much once again, everyone, for attending, and thank you, our guest speaker. Alan, can you please give us the final toast to close the fellowship?
For the wonderful fellowship we have had, let's toast Rotary International. Hello.
Rotary world over. Everyone for attending. Thank you for anybody else for coming and talking to us today. Please put your contact in the chat for anyone who might want to reach you so that it becomes easy. Thank you, everyone, and have a good night.
President, do you have Chimeza?
No, sadly, today there is no Shimeza. I'm on the move, but the rest who are interested can stay for Shimeza. Personally, I have to leave now.
for sure.
Thank you very much for the host. Let us meet once again.